My name is Andrew Fletcher. I'm 37. I teach history at a high school in Massachusetts, and I used to believe the worst thing that could happen to you was wasting your life in mediocrity. I don't believe that anymore. Now I know the worst thing is looking into the face of your child and not knowing what's staring back at you. And worse, suspecting your wife brought it here. I met Eliza 9 years ago. It wasn't some whirlwind romance. We met at a bookstore downtown. I was grading essays on ancient Mesopotamia. She spilled her chai on my notes and didn't apologize, just handed me a napkin with this half smile and said, "Some things are meant to be erased." I thought it was charming at the time. Now it keeps me up at night. She had an accent I couldn't quite place. European maybe, but softer. Her hair was black as pitch, eyes darker. You didn't look at them, you fell into them. She never mentioned a family, no siblings, no parents. Just told me she moved around a lot, that she wasn't good at staying in one place. We started dating, fast. I brought up how expensive her apartment was once, and she looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Don't worry, I live off old debts." I laughed. She didn't. I never found out what she meant by that. We were married within a year. I thought I was the luckiest man alive. But looking back, it wasn't a love story. It was a ritual. Every step, every choice, it all felt predetermined. She found the house, a decaying Victorian deep in the woods outside Essex County. Too quiet, too cheap. "It has good bones," she said. "It remembers." Those words haunt me now. We moved in. The moment we crossed the threshold, something changed. The air was heavier. The light felt bent. We'd wake to tapping behind the walls. Furniture shifted on its own. My phone would glitch at 3:33 a.m. every night like clockwork. I told myself old houses make noise. But this house whispered. 6 months later, Eliza got pregnant. We weren't trying. In fact, I'd been careful. I remember panicking, asking if she was sure. She placed my hand on her stomach and said, "She's already here. She chose me." I thought she was being poetic. She wasn't. Our daughter Lila was born on the winter solstice. The hospital lights died the moment she entered the world. For 30 seconds, everything went pitch black. No monitors, no machines. Just silence and a low, vibrating hum that made my teeth ache. When the backup generators kicked on, the doctor was white as a sheet, holding Lila like she was radioactive. She didn't cry, not once. Just looked around, calm, still. Her eyes scanned the room like she was remembering it. Eliza just smiled and said, "She's back." That night, I held her for the first time, and I felt cold. Not just physically. It was like she was drawing warmth out of me, like touching her pulled something from my chest and replaced it with absence. I tried to tell myself it was new parent anxiety, but deep down, I knew. Lila wasn't normal. She developed fast, too fast. She could speak fluently by 2, and not just English. Once I caught her whispering to herself in the crawl space. The words were guttural, ancient. I recorded it and played it for a colleague at the university who specializes in dead languages. He told me never to play it again. Said it sounded like a blend of Proto-Sumerian and Enochian. Forbidden syntax, he called it. He hung up and never returned my calls. Lila started drawing spirals. Everywhere. On the walls, in the condensation on the windows, on mirrors and toothpaste. The same spiral, clockwise, with tiny marks like runes inside it. I asked her what they were. She said, "Doors, so they don't forget where to come through." "Who?" She smiled. The ones that live in the red. I grounded her, took away her crayons. The next morning, she'd scratch spirals into the wood floor with her fingernails. Her tiny hands were bleeding. She didn't cry. We got a dog. Maxwell. Big retriever mix. Sweet, gentle. He refused to go near her. He'd growl when she entered a room, hide behind furniture, whimper at the base of the stairs when she was upstairs. One night I came home and found him dead. No signs of violence, no blood, just laying there, rigid, eyes wide, mouth open like he died mid-scream. Lila was sitting 2 feet away. I told him not to bark, she said. I confronted Eliza. She didn't deny it. She didn't get angry. She just smiled and said, "He saw too much. Some vessels can't hold the truth." I asked what she meant. "You'll remember," she said. Eventually, that night I had a dream. A red tunnel, walls slick with something wet. I was crawling and ahead of me stood a horned figure, 20 feet tall, its face covered by a veil of skin. Eliza stood beside it. Lila sat on its shoulders, giggling. When I woke up, Eliza was standing over me, eyes completely black. "You almost remembered," she whispered. "You're close." I started researching. Anything I could find. Occult symbols, demonic lore, ancestral rituals. I found a diagram online that matched Lila's spirals. It was a sigil, the spiral of return, a symbol meant to keep dimensional gates tethered to flesh. Then I found something worse. I found my name in an online scan of a 15th century grimoire. Flesher, a name listed under those who carried the vessel, a lineage of hosts, men who bore children with inhuman wives. Every one of them vanished by the age of 40. I was 37. I went into the attic. Eliza had always kept it locked, said it was for storage. I broke in. Inside were bones, arranged in concentric circles, candles, photographs of me from before I met her. One of them was from my college graduation, one from childhood, one from my baptism, all printed, all aged. And in the center, a book, bound in skin, with a family tree inside. At the top, a Baden. Below him, Eliza. Below her, me. Then Lila. But her branch wasn't connected. It branched out. Dozens of symbols beneath it, each labeled with a date and a location. Each date matched major disappearances, mass vanishing events, cult suicides, unsolved fires. She wasn't a child. She was a door. That night I tried to run. Took Lila while Eliza was out. I didn't make it 2 blocks. The car died. Engine locked up. Phone bricked. Streetlights flickered and went out. The snow turned black. Lila looked up at me from the passenger seat and said, "It's okay, Daddy." The others said you'd come back. The others? The ones in the walls. They used to whisper when you were sleeping. Now they're louder. I brought her home. I didn't know what else to do. Eliza greeted me at the door like nothing happened. "See," she said, "you're beginning to understand." I slept in the guest room that night, with the door locked. At 3:33 a.m., I heard it again. Whispers. Something crawling inside the walls. And Lila's voice. Clear. Software. "Daddy, it's time to come home. If you're watching this, I don't know how much longer I have. I hear them underneath the floorboards. I smell sulfur in the vents. Eliza hasn't blinked in 2 days. Lila levitates now, for minutes at a time, like it's the most natural thing in the world. Tonight is the winter solstice, exactly 9 years since she was born. The same date as every other event in the book. I think she's going to open the door. I think I was always meant to be her guardian, her key. And I think my wife is Satan. And I don't know what my daughter is.